Howdy everyone. This is Jeff Kane. Got my ukulele here. I'm going to be playing a couple of songs that I wrote. I'll be recording them live on this boombox here. I don't know if live is the right word, but recording them directly onto this boombox here. I'm in a beautiful Indian School Park in Phoenix, Arizona. As you can see, there's going to be a little bit of ambient noise. There is a helicopter. There's like kids playing in the background. I'm playing ukulele. Hopefully it's not going to be too loud and distracting. Hopefully I won't be too distracting for other people. But here we go. I brought bananas to the party. That was my bit when I was in college. I liked them because they were healthy, also quite cheap and a little bit strange. It always went over well. People would gather around the table to munch them. I felt so proud of myself for being that guy, both sincere and sarcastic. Okay, so that was the first song. It's called I Brought Bananas to the Party. It's based on a true story. When I was in college, I used to bring just a bunch of bananas to parties, like rather than bringing like alcohol or chips or something like that. I just brought a bunch of bananas, kind of as a joke. But like I say in the song, it went over well. Like I'm surprised that people actually ate them. They seem to like it. So yeah, that's why I wrote a song about it. All right, on to song number 2, Healthy Habits. I do pull-ups every morning. I keep my sugar intake low. I make a chart of my progress. Ever steady, ever slow. Doing it live, folks. I embody healthy habits. Whatever healthy means to me. How can I know if I am whole yet? What is the proper way to be? I stay on top of emails and I text my parents. Sometimes I drink water when my muscles get sore. I just want to be a productive human being, and I want to know what I am here for. Manifesting Tony Robbins. Speak at summits large and small. Shining teeth, little goatee. Cut my suits sharp and tall. I swear in corporate events and I have a Netflix special. I get CEOs wailing on the floor. I know I was born to be a self-help personality. It's what God put me on this green earth for. What will happen when I've passed on? What will my children say of me? I'm divorced, I don't have children. The absence is my legacy. Please donate my body to something that is useful. I won't need to take up space like before. So long, farewell, and it's been weird, and thanks for all the times we shared. Enjoy the breath I won't need anymore. Okay, great. Yeah, yes, that song is called Healthy Habits. I actually wrote that song. The inspiration was because I was going to church at the time. I was going to a UCC, United Church of Christ church, even though I'm like not really religious, or I don't believe in God anymore, but I really like these types of people who are very like liturgical and traditional in their aesthetics, but are also very like social justice oriented. And they did this whole series on music, and the pastor had all these sermons that were about like singing your song. It's important. Everyone has a song to sing. And so I thought, like, okay, that's my homework, is I need to try to write a song. So that was the inspiration for that one, Healthy Habits. Okay, and here's the next one. Every morning I poke my head up, I squint and I turn, say a brief prayer of gratitude, 'cause thank God I'm a worm. Yeah, I'm a worm, 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 worm. Gotta go wiggle and I gotta go squirm. I'm a worm, worm, a worm, worm. Digging a tunnel and I'll never return. I'm a worm, 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 a worm. Gotta go wiggle, gotta go squirm. I'm a worm, 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 worm. Munching your apple, let me show you my germs. Try hard to keep my body slick, gooey, and wet. When you see me outstretched on the sidewalk, I'll be the slimiest friend that you've met. Yeah, I'm a worm, 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 worm. Gotta go wiggle and I gotta go squirm. I'm a worm, 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 worm. Digging a tunnel and I'll never return. I'm a worm, 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 worm. Let me try this chorus one more time, alright, folks? I'm a worm, 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 worm. Gotta go wiggle and I gotta go squirm. I'm a worm, 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 worm. Digging a tunnel and I'll never return. I'm a worm, 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 worm. So much to see and so much to learn. I'm a worm, 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 worm. Eating the ashes in your ancestors' urn. I'm a worm, 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 worm. Moving through soil and a packing it firm. I'm a worm, 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 worm. Tangling with lovers and exchanging my sperm. Thank God I'm a worm. There are children in this park running around. I told myself I'm just gonna record no matter what happens. I'm gonna get through this. So I got a little bit distracted. It's not the kids' fault. It's my fault. I should have been more prepared. All right, it's my own fault. Okay. So that song was called "Thank God I'm a Worm." This was inspired by my girlfriend Eileen. I was just kind of chatting about how, like, oh man, I need to write more songs. I told myself I was gonna focus more on writing music this year, and she suggested, hey, you should write a song about worms. So I took that as my homework once again. All right, last song. Make friends with emptiness, make friends with loneliness too. Confronting one's existence is what well-adjusted people do. Say hello to the darkness, give my best to the endless void. Find inner peace with discontent, for soon we all shall be destroyed. Embrace all impermanence, be grateful for the curse. The urgency of life precedes the heat death of the universe. As we watch our home planet melt like ice cream in the sun, we'll be together in extinction hands and die as one. All debts will be canceled. The prisoners walk free. The former laws of man made void in cosmic year of jubilee. So smile when you see it, the mercy of the end. Pour a glass of wine for death, invite her inside as a friend. Okay, so that song is called Optimistic Nihilism. Yeah, a bit of a downer note to end on. The inspiration for that song was sort of mysterious and spooky. I was the initial lyric, opening couple of lines of the song came to me when I was walking around Tucson. This was like a year and a half ago. It was the weekend that my wife and I were deciding whether or not we were going to get divorced, and I was sort of just thinking through all the implications of that and thinking what am I going to do? How am I going to deal with this sense of loneliness and loss? And I don't know, a voice came to me in my head and said, make friends with emptiness. Make friends with loneliness too. So that was, I don't know, if God or the universe is real and is speaking to me, I guess the song is prophetic in that way. What's up? Bonus track. Okay, we can't end on that down note, can we, folks? I don't think so. Oh, I can record. Bonus track. This is the last one for real. I was going through Craigslist the other day. Platonic section. There's some sketchy stuff in there. You gotta be careful. But I saw this one post. It was so sincere, so pure, so beautiful. I had to click on it. All it said was, I want someone to feed the ducks with me. Life can be stressful. Each of us has our anxiety. I just want someone to feed the ducks with me. Who was this person? A kindred spirit, a simple soul. I had to find out. I had to learn more. Come meet me at the pond. You'll see me standing by a tree. I'll bring a piece of bread. You can feed the ducks with me. What can I say, folks? I'm in my 30s. I'm lonely. I have no friends. We need to find community where we can find it. Let's see where this goes. Just take a little handful, a handful of crumbs, and then you'll see life can be simple when you feed the ducks with me. Feed the ducks with me. Wake up in the trunk of my car. Okay, yeah, that's the last song. It's, kind of a joke, kind of a build-up to a punchline. Less of a downer than Optimistic Nihilism. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for listening. More tapes coming soon, I suppose.